Are you ready?
Jamie Markley, David Van Camp, and Scott Robbins.
Did we just become best friends? Yep.
Making sense of it all.
Now I get it.
And having some fun.
Lighten up, Francis.
This is the Markley, Van Camp, and Robbins Show.
All right, let's do it. The Markley, Van Camp, and Robbins Show. Jamie Markley, David Van Camp, Scott Robbins. So the Trumpsters on 60 Minutes.
Yeah. I saw it.
So sad that Leslie Stahl wasn't the interviewer.
I was a little disappointed myself, yes.
Like a make good?
Yeah,
Jeez,
right, yeah.
It's the worst. But you got Nora O'Donnell this time.
Yes, and I loved this part of it more than I thought I would when she's asking about the ICE raids. And, of course, they show out-of-context footage, B-roll footage, while she's asking the question. Like there was that one as the wife of an illegal alien who was being detained, who was like pushing up against federal agents, and then she got pushed back and fell down. And they're making it look like they're just walking into courthouses and throwing people on the ground. Well, that's not.
Oh yeah, it was like a blitz. They're going to take her out. Boom.
That's not what happened.
No.
They show tear gas being deployed, but they don't show what the lead up to the tear gas being deployed was because they want to make it look like, yes, it's ISIS Gestapo walking around just terrorizing neighborhoods for no good reason. And so President Trump was asked about the ICE raids during the interview on 60 Minutes, and I loved his response.
I did too.
Americans have been watching videos of ICE tackling a young mother, tear gas being used in a Chicago residential neighborhood, and the smashing of car windows. Have some of these raids gone too far?
No, I think they haven't gone far enough because we've been held back by the judges, by the liberal judges that were put in by Biden and by Obama.
You're okay with those tactics?
Yeah, because you have to get the people out. You know, you have to look at the people. Many of them are murderers. Many of them are people that were thrown out of their countries because they were, criminals.
Well, you promised in your campaign that you were going to deport the worst of the worst. Violent criminals,
we're doing that.
Rapists.
Well, that's what we're
doing. But a lot of the people that your administration has arrested and deported aren't violent criminals. Landscapers, nannies, construction workers,
landscapers
farm
who are
workers.
criminals. Yeah. No, look.
The family of
I
youth
need
service members.
landscapers and I need farmers more than anybody, okay?
Is it your intent to deport people who do not have a criminal record?
We have to start off with a policy, and the policy has to be you came into the country illegally, you're going to go out. However, you've also seen you're going to go out, we're going to work with you, and you're going to come back into our country legally.
And what you don't know, unless you've seen the transcript, is was there anything cut out of that? Because part of it is they said, and we've talked about this 100 times, the border czar, Tom Homan, said, we're going to go in to try to get the worst of the worst. But if sanctuary cities make that difficult and we just can't go to the jails, we're going to go into the neighborhoods, and then we're going to be taking out people that you don't want us to take.
For sure.
And that's what's happened. It's going to continue to happen.
Yeah, I mean, if you're hanging out at home watching a football game and you're here illegally and you just happen to be with a guy who murdered people, well, chances are you're going to go with him.
Could be. Yes. And then there's going to be video of it, and he'll be the next Maryland man or whatever, and they will make that into a big deal to try to sway public opinion. And yeah, that's just part of the game. And then the whole thing with the filibuster was going back and forth.
Yeah. Well, President Trump, he wants Senate Republicans to get rid of the filibuster. This is the thing where you need 60 votes to pass most legislation. Now, the top Republican in that Senate, John Thune, says he's not interested in doing it. And so Trump was asked, would you go ahead and push for that, knowing that there are members of your party that are nervous about it?
Right.
He said today he wasn't going to do it.
Well, that's too bad. I think we're much better off, because here's the problem. The Democrats will do it in the first week in office. The Democrats, and I told that to John, and I get along with them great. We've had a great relationship. And I also know there are other Republicans that feel the other way. And I understand that too, but they're wrong. The Democrats will do it. If they get into power, and someday I guess they will, who knows? It's hard to believe when they have men and women sports, open borders, open everything, a transgender for everyone. The Democrats will do it in their first day in office. And the only reason they didn't do it is because of cinema and because of a man named Joe Manchin from West Virginia, a good man, and they disagreed with it. Now, wait, had they approved it, I think just one of them, had they been able to get those votes, you would have had the nuclear option used. You would have had the filibuster ended, and the Democrats would have used it. So I say to the Republicans that want to be, all like, oh, well, we're above all that. The Democrats will do it.
Yeah.
I think that's a good argument to say, because, again, I get a little bit queasy thinking about it because I know what could happen down the road.
Yeah.
That being said, he is right. If not for Kyrsten Sinema and Joe Manchin, the Democrats would have already done it.
That is true. Yes. And there are plenty of people within the GOP that are like, listen, you have to start playing by a different set of rules than you've played in the past.
I would agree with this because you're playing like the other side are going to act as statesmen.
Exactly.
You're pretending they're going to do that. And you don't want to do that because, man, if they get in there, then, they don't care. They'll do it anyway. I've really changed. I've gone to 180 on this because at first I thought, well, man, you don't want to start down this road, I just thought, man, I just don't like the feel of it. I don't like the sound of it. But then I realized that, hey, they're going to do it.
Well, not only that, man. You think about everything that happened under the Biden administration, the wide open borders. We saw things we never thought we'd see in the country. They were just enacted. We would lose the country if the Democrats get in power and do that again. Like, if they would have won in 2024, there are a lot of people who believe we would have been very close to losing the whole thing.
Oh, I agree, and particularly with the voting. I mean, that's one of the big things. I mean, they're going to make it so, like, hey, if you're 2 years out, you can vote early.
Yes,
right.
I mean,
just nonstop elections.
Right, it's always going on, right? Yes.
Yeah, all the mail-in stuff, and then importing voters. Mm-hmm. And we'll get to it later. It was Elon Musk basically giving away the game, saying the reason the Democrats want to keep this shutdown going is because of all the money and incentives for people here illegally.
Yeah, and the Democrats will do too for Tuesday. You can vote twice on Tuesday.
There you go. But yeah, maybe it is time to do that. We'll get into more of that a little bit later. The other thing you're looking at with the Democratic Party, it's gone far left. And I don't know if they can turn it back around to where they've been in the past. It doesn't seem to be so when you're looking at the whole national political scene and what's going on in New York City.
Yeah, I don't know how you turn this thing around. But they're about to elect a communist named Zoran Mamdani to be the mayor of New York City. New York Representative Hakeem Jeffries, he is the top Democrat in the House, and he's given his endorsement to Mamdani. And he was asked on CNN if Mamdani really is the future of the Democrat Party.
Communist Muslim, by the way.
Yes.
New York City.
Do you see Mamdani as the future of the Democratic Party?
No, I think the future of the Democratic Party is going to fall, as far as we're concerned, relative to the House Democratic Caucus and members who are doing a great work all across the country as it relates to our need to both take back control of the House, but in doing so, make sure that we're communicating to the American people like, we understand you deserve better.
Scott,
what did he just say? I
see that look in your face.
Know.
Scott, well, you did not just have a stroke, I promise.
No,
those were
I'm
words
trying
he
to
said.
follow along there, and you can't.
That is just political consultant nonsense.
It is.
Garbled up into a mixer.
Yeah, it just doesn't make any sense.
No, it doesn't make any sense at all. I don't even know what he just said. I mean, again, it reads left or right. It's English. But cobbled together out of him, no, I don't understand anything he just said.
So you're saying that's McGurkin?
Well, it's very heavy McGurkin, yes.
Again, McGurkin is just
it's words you should understand, but cobbled all together, they don't make any sense.
But for a lot of people, they'll hear it and just sort of nod yes.
Well, you have to because you don't want to feel stupid.
All right, hold on.
You just want to feel like, well, Hakeem Jeff. I mean,
what is this? It's like 20 seconds or something. The whole thing again. Go ahead.
No, I think the future of the Democratic Party is going to fall, as far as we're concerned, relative to the House Democratic Caucus and members who are doing a great work all across the country.
All right, let's stop there. The future, according to these people, is that what he's saying? According to them,
the Democratic
who, by the way, are
caucus?
doing a good job?
Dude, I think what he's trying to say is the future of the Democratic Party will be determined by members of the House of Representatives and the work that they are doing.
All right.
That's what he's trying to say.
I understood
and then the rest of it?
As it relates to our need to both take back control of the House. But in doing so, make sure that we're communicating to the American people like we understand you deserve better.
Yes. I agree. Democrat voters do deserve better.
It's like you get three different political talking points that you just cobbled together and mixed together.
Yeah.
And it makes no sense.
It's like you went from line 1 to line 3 to line 5 with no 2 and no 4. You just jumped ahead. And again, Kamala Harris could have probably provided us with some sort of interpretation.
Yeah.
Oh, my gosh.
What he's trying to say is...
Well, every Monday we do the Mashup Monday where you take a couple artists that make no sense together, but somebody makes it make sense. Those people need to do that with Hakeem the Dream.
Yeah, there you go. I like that.
I don't know how they could do it, but that's needed. Because you have something for Mashup Monday today, David.
I sure do. And it is Coolio's Gangster's Paradise mashed up with System of a Down's Aerials.
Oh, this ought to be interesting.
As I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I take a look at my life and realize there's nothing left. Cause I've been blasting and laughing so long that even my mama thinks that my mind is gone. But I ain't never crossed a man that didn't deserve it. He be treated like a punk, you know that's unheard of. You better watch how you're talking and where you're walking, or you and your homies might be blind and chalk. I really hate the trip, but I gotta know. At the coke, I see myself in the midst of smoke. Oh, I'm the kind of G that the homies wanna be like on my knees in the
See,
night.
I want someone to use AI to have Hakeem doing the rap. Because every once in a while he wants to go like authentic New York City. Yeah. That's really interesting, man. Man, oh man. Yeah, there's a lot to get to today. Norah O'Donnell gets embarrassed while talking about D.C. crime. I can't wait to get to that with Trump. And, of course, the 5 stories we're watching today coming right up.
I'm Ed Evans, CEO of Consumer Cellular. Ever wonder why Big Wireless wants you on an unlimited plan? They probably want you to cover the cost of those 20-somethings using all that data every month. But most people 50 and up like me only use 12 gigs or less. Don't get bamboozled by Big Wireless. Switch to Consumer Cellular. Our plans start at just $20, and we use the same towers as the big guys. Join the millions who choose something better, because if you're not using all that data, you're probably getting used.
Call 1-888-FREEDOM or visit consumercellular.com/facts. Plans include $5 credit for auto pay and e-billing. See site for additional facts.
At Bank of America, we asked our people, how do you take ownership of your career?
I'm able to grow my way by putting the priorities that I have for my career first.
I thrive on being a leader who's behind the team, not in front of the team.
Every few years, I'm being re-energized because I get to do something different and learn something new.
See how our teammates are growing in their careers at bankofamerica.com/great place to work. What would you like the power to do? Bank of America, proud to be an equal opportunity employer.
Newsmax, you like Newsmax. I like it too. Newsmax has been terrific.
President Trump is right. Millions like you are tuning into Newsmax. You're watching Newsmax on cable. You're going to our streaming channel, Newsmax 2. And you're downloading our free Newsmax app on your smartphones and TVs. Reuters Institute says we're now one of the top news brands in the nation. Every night, watch great shows with Rob Schmidt, Carl Higbie, Rob Finnerty, and more as they expose the big media lies, the Washington swamp, and they're never afraid to talk about faith, freedom, and the values that made us great. Find out why Newsmax is the fastest-growing news channel in America. Make the switch today and join our news revolution. Get Newsmax on cable, on streaming, and download the free app today. It takes just seconds to start. Let President Trump know you stand with Newsmax. It's for real news, for real people. Make the switch today.
The Markley, Van Camp, and Robbins Show. Jamie Markley, David Van Camp, Scott Robbins, and now the 5 stories we're watching today.
1, 2,
all right, number 5. Well, the Democrats are big fat crybabies, and the government is still closed. Guess they're going for the high score. That's thought, at least.
Well, the EBT nightmare continues.
Well, More on that in just a second. Number 4, President Trump tells 60 Minutes that Republicans should kill the filibuster, open up the government, and pass a whole bunch of laws because Democrats will absolutely do it next time they're in power. The only reason they didn't before was because Joe Manchin and Kristen Sinema were standing in the way.
Yes.
Number 3, the Trump administration is going to be paying out partial food stamp benefits this month, even though the government is shut down. They're going to go ahead and use the contingency funds to try to keep some of that cash flowing. Number 2, President Trump believes that immigration and customs enforcement raids have not been aggressive enough in enforcing immigration policies. That was also on 60 Minutes. He says, well, because liberal judges keep stopping us. That's the problem. We're leaving stuff on the table right now.
Yep.
And then number 1, we mentioned this on Friday, 2 Dearborn men are now facing charges in connection with an alleged Halloween weekend terror plot. Court documents released today show that Mohamed Ali and Majed Mahmoud, along with a few juveniles, talked about a Halloween attack and shared extremist and ISIS-related materials. They had like 73 shotguns and 1,600 rounds of ammunition, GoPro cameras. It looked like they were ready to rock and roll.
Well, but the lawyer for one of these guys said there's no evidence here of any sort of plot that they're coordinated with anybody overseas or anything like that.
Right, of course.
Halloween props.
Yeah, there you go. Halloween props, yes. Those are the top 5 stories that we are watching today. If you want to lose meaningful weight at a healthy pace and keep it off, add lean to your diet and exercise routine. Get 20% off when you enter code MVCR at takelean.com. That's code MVCR at takelean.com.
Got to share a personal text that Scott and I got from a mutual friend that goes back years. On Saturday, after the Dodgers had evened the series with the Blue Jays, and there was going to be a Game 7 Saturday.
Yes.
He said $20 as Robbins was wearing that Blue Jays hat. The jinx is real. And I knew he was, because I saw him on Friday, of course.
Yeah.
Robbins said I did. And then Saturday night, I just texted back, the jinx is real indeed after the end of that World Series. Holy mackerel. Man,
What a game, though.
It was.
What a game. Holy smokes. I couldn't believe I went to extra innings. I'm like, you got to be kidding me. Here we go again.
It was right there.
Yep.
I mean, if they get through the ninth, but they don't.
It. Nope.
And it was one of those unsung hero guys.
Yeah, that hadn't played at all in the World Series yet.
That hit the home run.
Yeah.
Yes. And then they have the bases loaded with 1 out in the bottom of the ninth and couldn't get it done. And it was like, it was torturous for a fan base to be that close. And I don't know if you heard about this broadcaster in Canada on Sportsnet, Caleb Joseph.
Mm-mm.
Caleb Joseph was a catcher in the big leagues from 2014 to 2020, briefly in the Blue Jays organization. And I can't play you the whole clip because it swears. He actually swore on TV in Canada. He said, it's going to sound like sour grapes, and I don't really give a bleep. Okay? We'll pick it up there and see if you agree with what he's saying.
I think the better team did not win this series. I think the Blue Jays are the better team, and I feel like they played baseball a certain way that was infectious, that grabbed the attention of the fans, and it's disheartening to see that the better team did not win. And that's not to take anything away from the Dodgers, but the Blue Jays, they did so many things correct. They did so many things right.
Yeah, I would agree that does sound like sour grapes.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, listen, 162-game season, the best of 7 in the World Series, the best team will win.
I understand.
They usually do.
He really had a rooting interest,
Well,
I'll
that's
forgive him
too
for
bad.
that.
I'm sad for him, but hey, he didn't throw the pipe shot that ended up a home run in the 9th inning.
Did you hear the interview with Shohei Ohtani of the Dodgers?
You were telling me about it. I didn't hear it.
You know, the best player in baseball right now.
Mm-hmm.
Great pitcher, great hitter. I mean, just phenomenal player. Well, he always has an interpreter with him because he's Japanese, and the word is he can't speak English. However, as they were wrapping up his interview, he was nodding along like he understood what was being said to him, and then check out the very end of this.
Okay.
Thank you, guys. Thank you.
Thank you, guys. Thank you.
This is the Markley Van Camp and Robbins Show.
He's the Stevie Wonder of languages.
He is, yes.
He understands perfect.
He does.
Yes.
I mean, I'm trying to figure, like, okay, is he learning that part first as he's learning English? But, man, that does seem flawless.
Yeah.
I mean, there's no hint of accent in that at all.
It's almost like maybe the interpreter is actually doing something else on the side. And I'm not suggesting anything with the current interpreter, but the last interpreter
Wow.
gotten in trouble with some gambling.
Yeah. Oh, no kidding. All right, we got to get to some more of the 60 Minutes interview with Trump. Also, the one immigrant from the All In podcast tells Mayor Pete he's never felt more safe in this country. Mayor Pete can't believe it. Get to that coming right up. The Markley, Van Camp, and Robbins Show. Thank you so much for being here. I'm Jamie Markley, the Gen Xer. David Van Camp is the millennial and the sexy boomer. That's Scott Robbins. All right, you want to get in more of the 60 Minutes interview with Trump, David?
Sure. Well, President Trump was asked about the D.C. crime crackdown because a lot of neighborhoods are suddenly much safer. And we've seen it not so much in legacy media, but in social media, you're seeing a lot of people saying, my goodness, I don't have to like run red lights anymore.
Yeah.
Because I feel much safer right now.
Mm-hmm.
CBS's Nora O'Donnell tried to downplay the impact. Well, some neighborhoods.
Oh, my gosh.
I live in D.C.
Well,
Certain parts
you
of
tell
DC.
me, how big a difference is D.C. now compared to what it was a year ago? Right? I mean, you have to be honest with me. People in the White House, they walk up to me, young ladies I've never seen, sir, thank you very much. I know they don't even have to tell me what they're thanking me for. But when I asked why, he said, one girl said, I'd get into Uber, and I felt dangerous even in Uber. They'd attack the car, okay? It wasn't even safe then. Sir, I now walk to work every day, and I'm so safe. There's nothing going to happen, 100% safe. And you know that too, Nora.
I want to ask you about
You
this.
live here. You know that too.
I want to ask you about
Do you see a difference?
American
Do you see a
cities
difference?
in Washington, D.C.
Yes.
I think I've been working too hard. I haven't been out and about
Oh,
that
that's
much.
not a fair answer. You see a difference.
I get in my car and
Okay,
go
that's
to
a
work
good
and I go
answer.
home.
You don't have to use that one. Don't worry. Don't worry. I don't want to embarrass
I've been
her.
working too hard.
It's like, you know what the
Yeah.
difference is? Like day and night.
Oh, you got to tell me this, David, seriously, from a news background. You're doing a sit-down like this.
Yeah.
And he says, come on, you've noticed it, right?
Yeah.
As an interviewer, do you not respond to that? Do you just go back almost robotic to your next question?
No, I think, it just depends on how you're trying to conduct the interview, but I think I would probably say what was on my mind. Do I feel safer or not? But I love
because you're a human being.
Yeah. And also, it's because, and I think Trump is right, he's having a little bit of fun with her. And when he says, you can take that part out, we don't need to put it in. He's talking to the producers there. Like,
Right.
yeah, you don't have to embarrass her like that. Because he knows what the answer really is. And she just doesn't want to say it because she doesn't want to be seen as, like, coddling Donald Trump or anything like that.
Well, as crazy as the left is, it can be a career ender for some of these people.
Oh, there are a lot of people who are, like, still ticked at her because she was too nice to him.
Oh, my gosh. And I saw comments, at least from the right, saying, oh, she interrupts constantly.
Yeah.
You can tell there's an agenda, blah, blah, blah. Guess I'm not surprised. This was refreshing to me. Completely different scenario situation. This was the All In podcast. Chamath Palihapitiya. I think I got it.
Now you were rehearsing it and you nailed it.
I was like, okay. Very smart dude. They have Mayor Pete on, okay, on the same podcast. And Pete's talking, and Chamath wants to let him know, as an immigrant, he feels a little different.
The worse it feels to be in this country, the better off Donald Trump is, whether he's running for president or whether he is president. And sending troops marching into the streets.
Can I just say, as the only immigrant right now on this podcast who immigrated here legally, I feel much safer and better under a Donald Trump presidency than I ever did under a Biden presidency. Just want you to hear it from my mouth for what that's worth.
Do you feel safer about the fact that a Latino doctor crossing the street in Washington, D.C. Is getting hassled or harassed because they're brown?
I don't think that I've heard that. Now,
okay, so you're not aware of any case in which a U.S. citizen who is
no,
like you're
me no, but I will tell you, for example, after 9/11,
wait, you're on a podcast commenting about immigration. Surely you have some level of awareness.
Let me tell you what.
You're rolling your eyes, David.
Well, he and Gavin Newsom are very similar in that they don't have an argument, so they just lash out.
Yes.
And he's saying, well, tell me about that then. You know, tell me that story. I haven't heard that story. I'm telling you my personal experience.
Yes.
I thought liberals were all about lived experiences, my truth.
Oh, and that's the way Chamath ends this thing, too.
Let me tell you, after 9/11, for example, for years I had SSS on my boarding passes. And I was pulled over constantly, and people probably thought that I was a Muslim hijacker. So I know what it feels like to be harassed. And what I'm telling you categorically is I feel safer in this presidency than I have ever felt. And I'm just letting you know that. It's just my lived experience.
There you go.
My lived experience. Yes.
Exactly.
That's sort of the trump card to a liberal, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's my lived experience.
Oh, it's kryptonite. Yeah, because they use it all the time. So, yeah.
Yes.
When it's used against you, though, well.
Yeah. Now, if you're a white dude and you say that, then I'm sure Mayor Pete would say, well, yes, as a white male. But you really can't say that, Chamath.
Born into privilege.
Exactly. Yeah. Man, that was really, really well done by him. All right. That time. We do it a couple of times today. We go around the table. May not be the biggest story you saw out there, but it got your attention. You wanted to bring it in. David, today, what's your story?
This is making the rounds now, and I'm not sure where it took place or why this was taking place, but it was a group of liberal white women at some protest against Donald Trump. And they decided to sing. And I always want to bring these in.
That's right. You said we were going to get liberals singing again. No.
I always love it when they break into song.
Okay, roll it.
Trust black women, they lead the way.
What?
Trust black women, they lead the way. White women, stop abandoning your sisters. Trust black women, they lead the way. Oh, we're mad as hell. Oh, can't you tell? Oh, we're mad as hell. Can't you tell?
Dear goodness.
We dissent, you fascists. Oh, we're mad as hell. Can't you tell?
They harmonized. Or tried to.
You could have saved yourself some time with that entire thing and just went Jerry Maguire with it.
I will say, based on the video, there are at least 2 men in whatever city that took place in who are actually thrilled every month when they have to write the alimony check. Like, at least I don't have to deal with that anymore.
Oh, worth it. Yes, worth it.
I was
Best
thinking
thing I've ever written a check for.
Are any of these women married and they're dudes? And all I could think was honestly breaking into song. Tonight, thank God it's them instead of you. Thank you, Bono.
Whoa. That was so bad. That was so bad. It just washes over me in waves now. Oh, my gosh. How does anybody think that's effective? Did people go, I haven't really thought about that before, but when I heard that song, well, it opened up my eyes.
Well,
that's the thing I've been waiting for, the burning bush moment in my life. There it is.
Well, it was.
Were there any black women actually there to witness
No.
this?
Of course not. No.
Because I'm wondering what the reaction would be. Would it be, hey, listen, that's embarrassing. You don't need to do that, okay? Or would it be, it's about time you recognize. I'm not quite sure how it would go.
Should be a bunch of black women get together and knock it off, white women. Stop doing that, white women. You're hurting our cause.
No, they would. I think they would recognize they're doing the work. Yes. All right, Scotty, what do you got for what's your story?
We were talking about the World Series earlier. Game 7 of the World Series, by the way, record setter. There was 26 million that tuned in. By the way, the most watched World Series game since 2017. with Dodgers and the Astros. So it was a record night, good night for baseball, great game to watch, and baseball's alive and well.
So I know part of that's streaming.
Yeah, some of it's streaming. Yeah, you got to count that now, yeah.
Did they count that in 2017?
Great question. I don't know the answer to that.
I don't know.
So I saw part of that story, and it was like, hey, we got all these people, and I'm like, okay. And then when you read it, it's talking about, this was combined from watching TV, and then it was also the streaming stuff. And I'm like, is that it? I'm not saying that it's not a record.
No.
I'm saying, when did they start counting the streaming? But I suppose you're just saying eyeballs on the game, total.
Yeah, 31 million on the East Coast. That's a ton, too.
It is.
So a good night for baseball, and a really good game, too. So there you go.
And you jinxed the team.
I did jinx the team, and I apologize to our 6 listeners in Canada today.
Well, it's not only that. I think there are a lot of Mariners fans in Portland and Seattle that are still a little upset because it really started there.
I was rooting for the Mariners all the way.
That's part of the problem. And you were wearing the hat. It's whoever hat you wear, they lose.
I'm back on the Royals today. They can't lose any more games this year.
Man, oh man, it was something. Speaking of games, we're just going to do it right now. I didn't tell you it was coming. We're just going to have ourselves a little game right now. Okay? What? This is a chance to get on the scoreboard.
What's the topic?
The topic? Maybe you heard this story. Michael Jackson is the highest paid dead celebrity of 2025. They keep track of this. It's amazing.
Every Halloween they do this, yeah.
And again, this is based on pre-tax earnings from sales streams, other licensing deals. $105 million for Michael Jackson, which is wild to me with all of the history.
Yeah.
But it is what it is. So my question is this. For 2 through 11, who do you got? And we'll do the scale as we always do, is see if you can guess this. All right? David Van Camp's the champ. He's up first.
I would guess Elvis.
Yeah, I would have guessed Elvis, too.
That honestly would have been my first guess. And Elvis is down to number 7.
Wow.
At $17 million, but that's still a 6-pointer. So Van Camp out to the early lead. Well done. To Robbins.
James Dean.
James Dean.
Go ahead, ring me up.
Shockingly, how would James Dean, just on the pictures?
His licensing.
Okay, all right. Nope, nowhere there. Back to Van Camp.
We were just talking about this off air. Jimmy Buffett. Because, the Margaritaville restaurants are packed a lot of times.
I forgot all about him, too.
Yeah. Jimmy Buffett's number 8. Dude, that's still pretty good, man.
Yeah, really good.
Okay. So, what do we got? 5-pointer? Yeah. 11-0 to Robbins.
Marilyn Monroe.
You
gotta be kidding me.
Nope, nowhere there. Some of these are really going to surprise you.
Some of them, I'm sure, don't even know they're dead.
Back to Van Camp. Again, highest paid dead celebrities.
John Lennon.
John Lennon, yes. Number 10. In this game.
This one's over.
What?
This one's already over.
It's actually not, because you got, number 3, number 4, number 5. You still got a lot out there. I mean, it's 14-0, but if you come up with something big here.
Jimi Hendrix.
And no, and now because of time, there's no way to make it up. It's a valiant effort, Scott.
No, it wasn't. It was terrible.
No need to hang your head on that one.
I don't get it, man.
What was your first guess? Or it's James Dean?
James Dean.
Oh, yeah. Okay, maybe that wasn't the greatest ever. Dr. Seuss at number 2.
Wow, I never would have guessed that.
$85 million. Then a tie with Pink Floyd members Richard Wright and Syd Barrett.
I also never. Well, they got a lot of merchandise.
I would have guessed that. No.
$81 million each. The Notorious B.I.G. at $80 million. Miles Davis ahead of Elvis, $21 million. You've also got Bob Marley in there, and then there is Prince.
Oh
Yeah. Number 12, Arnold Palmer.
I drink him all the time. I ask for it by name, too.
You know what they always said about Arnold Palmer?
I know what Trump said about him.
I've heard it's true, too.
All right, we got to get to a news update. And Nimrod's in the news in just a few.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along, which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate through the site within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free. Just go to this exclusive web address, ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter.com/free.
$5,000. That's the average amount of money people in the U.S. are now spending on gas in a year. $5,000. That's crazy. If you drive, you have to download Upside, the free app that gives you cash back every time you get gas. That's right. You can earn real cash back with Upside just by buying the gas you're already buying. You can literally start earning cash back today.
I use Upside every time I fill up, and I've already made around $200-$300.
You're putting gas in your car anyway. Why not get real cash back? If you like free money, download Upside.
I'm saving the cash I earn from using Upside to help pay for a vacation later this year.
Download the free Upside app now to earn cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code COOL to get an extra 25 cents per gallon on your first tank. You can cash out anytime right to your bank, PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code COOL for a 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code COOL for a 25 cents per gallon bonus.
The Markley, Van Camp, and Robbins Show. Jamie Markley, David Van Camp, Scott Robbins.
Monday Night Football, you got Dallas, you got Arizona. By the way, just aside, if I ever become president, I would immediately not have any major league sports teams named after the state. That's going to stop. It's going to be Phoenix or it's going to be Minneapolis, but it can't be the state. All right? You can't do that. Nothing sounds dumber than the Illinois Cubs. Anyway, football season is here, and it gets even better with Prize Picks. So here's the deal. Download the Prize Picks app. Use code MVCR. And when you play just $5, you'll get $50 instantly in lineups. That's $50 guaranteed just for playing. Prize Picks, super easy to use, too. Just pick 2 or more players. You pick more, you pick less. On their stat projections, if you're right, you win. It's that simple. It's also available in 40 states, including California, Texas, Florida, and Georgia. And your money's always safe, fast, and secure there, too. So keep the season rolling, have a little fun, maybe even cash in on a few of those instincts of yours. Download the Prize Picks app today. Use code MVCR. You'll get $50 in lineups when you play your first $5. That's code MVCR. $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. Prize Picks, it's good to be right. Must be present in certain states. Visit PrizePicks.com for restrictions and details.
We got another chant going on, David?
Well, an attempted one. Letitia James, the New York Attorney General, had a little rally in favor of the communists, Zoran Mamdani, and this was just kind of embarrassing.
Okay. Oh, my gosh. Gee whiz. I'm trying to think what's worse.
Trust black women.
I wouldn't trust him with a chant after that performance. That's just me, though. Time for Nimrods. Here we go.
When the going gets tough.
Damn it, this is too hard.
The dumb get dumber.
All right, Ian.
It's Nimrods in the News on the Markley, Van Camp, and Robbins Show.
I love the poorly educated.
All right. Nimrod's in the news. We go to Indiana. 41-year-old guy, Joseph Corbat, spotted in an Ace Hardware store with a noticeable bulge in his crotch area. Police were called.
What are you looking at, huh?
They stopped him as he was walking out. Cops asked Joseph what he was packing there. Said, well, it's a big tool. He had a Milwaukee M18 router inside his pants worth more than $200.
A router?
Yeah.
Wow.
Initially claimed he wasn't stealing it. He was planning to go back inside and pay for it, but I guess if they thought he was stolen, well, yeah, you stole it. He's facing multiple charges, and that's Nimrod's in the news.
Jamie Markley, David Van Camp, and Scott Robbins.
Did we just become best friends? Yep.
Making sense of it all.
Now I get it.
And having some fun.
Lighten up, Francis.
This is the Markley, Van Camp, and Robbins Show.
The Markley, Van Camp, and Robbins Show. Jamie Markley, David Van Camp, Scott Robbins. You know what this is about? The government shutdown, everything else. As far as Democrats are concerned, it's about the children.
Oh, okay.
At least that's what Nancy Pelosi always says. That's the reason she got into it. It's all about the kids.
So
apparently
they shut down food stamps for the children?
Trump did that.
Wait,
not
what?
the Democrats. No. Dude, how much longer are they going to keep sending her out there? I mean,
I think he always has to be taken seriously because he's a very, very dangerous man. I think he has to be taken seriously because children are my issue. That's why I'm in politics. That's my why, for the children. He's the worst president children in America have had in our own history, whether it's feeding them or whether it's safe environment for them to thrive, whether it's the economic security of their families, whether it's their health care, the cost of housing, and the rest. He is the worst president for children. There he is walking, the worst president for anybody, any president in our history. So, but right now with the...
Is this what it's like in a nursing home?
Yeah.
Like you just have to listen to people rattle on and on and on? Because if so, I'm going to go buy a carton of smokes and start smoking again. I don't want to get to that point.
Well,
no, you don't. And the only thing missing is some guy in the corner going, wagon wheel, wagon wheel.
Well, wait. Well, I don't understand. Worse for children. What did he open up the borders and lose track of 300,000 children? That was Joe Biden.
Correct.
Those children don't matter, though.
Yeah. And she's talking about the children that have been born, obviously.
Right.
Anyway, sorry, Nancy.
The public has to know and really understand, and I respect that they do, that when he took food out of the mouths of babies with this SNAP money, taking that money away and giving tax breaks to the richest people in America, he is not a reflection of American values.
I think that's what they're trying to go with. He's taking the food from children and enriching his rich buddies.
Yeah.
You just say it. It doesn't,
How can you possibly do that? How can you possibly do that and face America's families and saying, we're not feeding the children? SNAP. This is for seniors, Meals on Wheels, all kinds of nonprofits that help feed people, and especially the children.
She just went off on a tangent there. Again, ramblings from the nursing home, and it goes on.
Shame on him for that. And why? To give a tax break to the richest people in America who do not need it. And many of them who've even said that, most of them, though, just happy to have it. Big tax break at the expense of feeding America's children.
You got it. Thank you.
Is children giving her stock tips too, or is that who's doing that?
Nice one, Scotty. Yeah. To me, Elon Musk made it simple. You want to know why the government shut down?
Sure.
He told Joe Rogan, I don't think they're swearing.
Oh, boy.
I don't think there is.
Hand on the button, please.
You want to hear it, don't you?
Yeah, of course.
Well, let's roll.
The reason you have the standoff is because if the hundreds of billions of dollars to create a financial incentive to have this giant magnet to attract illegals from every part of Earth to these states, if that is turned off, the illegals will leave because they're no longer being paid to come to the United States and stay here. Wow. and then they will lose a lot of voters. The Democratic Party will lose a lot of voters.
And they would have a very difficult job if this is kicked out of reintroducing it into a new bill.
Yes.
Especially once things start normalizing.
Yes. So, like, in a nutshell, the Democratic Party wants to destroy democracy by importing voters. And
because that does destroy democracy.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
They're always about the projection. That party.
The Republican Party disagrees with
and
that.
And the ruse is that if you don't accept what they're doing, then you're a threat to democracy.
Yes.
As they try to destroy democracy.
Yes.
By importing voters.
That is literally what they're doing.
And incentivizing people to only vote for them. And overwhelming the system.
Yes.
Yes.
And by the way, it's a strategy that, if allowed to work, would work. And, in fact, has worked. California is supermajority Democrat.
Yeah.
And there's so much gerrymandering that occurs. It's crazy.
Yeah, that's basically what has happened. Well, made it pretty simple. I mean, that's pretty much what's going on. The good news is the message of Elon Musk gets to far more people than addled Nancy Pelosi.
Well, yeah, it does.
So that is good news.
Well, it also isn't meandering. It's right to the point. Here's what's happening. Here's why they're doing it. End of story. That's it.
Yes. What's this guy, James Fishback, CEO of Azoria, was talking about the percentage of immigrants on SNAP. I know we've gone over different numbers.
Yeah.
It is nuts, man.
25% of Haitian immigrants are on SNAP. 45% of Afghani immigrants are on SNAP. 52% of Senegalese immigrants are on SNAP. Yeah. We are redistributing the wealth away from productive Americans to foreigners and subsidizing their way of life. And that is unacceptable. And I'll tell you the truth, Carl. In 2024, there was a big tent coalition because of President Trump that voted away mass migration from the southern border. But in 2026, there's going to be an even bigger tent that says any type of immigration, whether it's legal or illegal, it has to stop. You cannot come into our country, impose your belief system, and force us to pay for your way of life.
Agree. Yeah. That's just common sense. Any country would adapt that. Say, yeah, we can't do that. But we've got 2 generations now that have been indoctrinated to think that the United States is inherently evil and we owe the world everything.
Yes.
So just come in and take it. And we're just colonialists if we argue that. It's nuts.
It is crazy, and you're right. I mean, that's I do feel like I've never heard of this guy before, but I think he is right about a backlash brewing. Mm-hmm. Especially the longer that this particular government shutdown goes on. This is beyond just Democrat or Republican voters. But when you start looking at who's getting the SNAP benefits, when you look at who's really making Obamacare unaffordable, aside from the fact that it was never really affordable to begin with.
Correct.
And a lot of times it is non-citizens, whether they're here legally or illegally. That is the thing that will radicalize more and more people once they figure out what the game has been.
Yes. And man, oh man, as far as the education system, we have 2 generations that have not been taught civics on purpose.
Yeah.
And that's got to change, or we're going to lose it. All right, we got to get back to the 60 Minutes interview with Trump.
Yeah. Well, President Trump was asked about the criminal charges that have been filed against former FBI Director James Comey, also New York Attorney General Letitia James, and former National Security Advisor John Bolton.
You know, when I heard this last night, the one thing I thought is regular old hardworking people don't care about these people.
No.
They don't care about this story. It's mostly media. And then, I guess retired white liberals that just want something to rage about, I guess.
I want to ask you about another matter. James Comey, John Bolton, Letitia James were all recently indicted. There's a pattern to these names. They're all public figures who have publicly denounced you. Is it political retribution?
You know what? You know who got indicted? The man you're looking at. I got indicted. And I was innocent. And here I am because I was able to beat all of the nonsense that was thrown at me. And yet, when you go after a dirty cop like Comey, or a guy like Bolton, who I hear I don't know anything about it. I hear he took records all over the place. Who knows? Letitia James is a terrible, dishonest person, in my opinion.
Did you instruct the Department of Justice to go after
Not
them?
in any way, shape, or form.
Is this retribution on your
No,
part?
it's the opposite. I think I've been very mild-mannered. You're looking at a man who was indicted many times, and I had to beat the rap. Otherwise, I couldn't have run for president. They tried to get me not to run for president by going after me and by indicting me.
Yeah.
And to me, that's a message that also does kind of reach a lot of people that may not really know all of the nuances of the story.
Mm-hmm.
But they say, wait a minute, all these people actually indicted him? Because she framed it as people who have disavowed you.
Exactly.
No. These are people that went after you using their positions of power. James Comey obviously didn't indict him, but James Comey tried to frame him for being a Russian stooge or whatever.
And knew he wasn't.
Yes.
So, yes. And you're right. A lot of the people that probably watch 60 Minutes don't know that.
Nope.
By the way, as you were watching that, and I know this is a little inside baseball, but the way they were saying, and the transcript's going to be on our website, were you thinking that's Barry Weiss's influence on CBS?
I think so, yeah.
Well, it's that and the fact he got sued for $1 gazillion and lost.
Yeah.
That has probably a lot to do with it as well.
Well, they were quick to point out at the beginning of the broadcast, they admitted no wrongdoing, even though they settled it.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. And you got a clip of John Brennan.
Yes. This is the former CIA director, John Brennan. He's looking like he's starting to crack under the pressure because he knows people are digging up his past.
Oh, yeah.
And he's been caught helping push the fabricated story about Trump being a Russian agent. And that includes, in his role in it, pushing to have the infamous Steele dossier put into an intelligence community assessment, even though everyone knew, everyone who had looked at it knew this thing was fake.
Yes.
I'm not. This isn't ready for prime time, all of that. At an event, though, John Brennan was confronted by someone who apparently worked in the intelligence community at the time, around 2015, 2016.
Oh, wow. Okay, roll it.
I would like to hear what your justification was for supporting the dossier that was known to be false being used as source material in the second ICA.
I don't know who put you up to this.
Nobody put me up to this, sir. I'm here on my own.
I don't know what role you played or who you are, but it's a bunch of bull that you just passed on.
The emails are clear, sir. The emails are clear. The emails are clear. The second question.
No, I think we're going to
Oh, that's full on panic.
Oh,
yes.
that's scanners. The head's going to explode any second now.
Because notice
he's stuck. Yeah.
He didn't deny it.
No.
Yeah. It's just he personally attacked him. Who put you up to this? What is this? Bull bleep, bull bleep. Blah, 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 blah. Oh, man. That's incredible. Yeah.
Wow. That's a meltdown. That's a real meltdown.
Well, yeah, if you were innocent, you would lay out the case, right? If you weren't, you would do what he just did. All right, 5 stories we're watching today. Straight ahead.
Newsmax, you like Newsmax. I like it too. Newsmax has been terrific.
President Trump is right. Millions like you are tuning into Newsmax. You're watching Newsmax on cable. You're going to our streaming channel, Newsmax 2. And you're downloading our free Newsmax app on your smartphones and TVs. Reuters Institute says we're now one of the top news brands in the nation. Every night, watch great shows with Rob Schmidt, Carl Higbie, Rob Finnerty, and more as they expose the big media lies, the Washington swamp, and they're never afraid to talk about faith, freedom, and the values that made us great. Find out why Newsmax is the fastest-growing news channel in America. Make the switch today and join our news revolution. Get Newsmax on cable, on streaming, and download the free app today. It takes just seconds to start. Let President Trump know you stand with Newsmax. It's for real news, for real people. Make the switch today.
Sure, the weather's cooling off, but football season is heating up, and it's even better with Prize Picks. Here's the deal. Download the Prize Picks app, use code MVCR, and when you play your first $5, you'll get $50 instantly in lineups. That's $50 guaranteed just for playing. Prize Picks is super easy to use. Just pick 2 or more players, choose more or less on their stat projections. If you're right, you win. It's that simple. It's available in more than 40 states, including California, Texas, Florida, and Georgia. And your money's always safe, fast, and secure. Maybe even cash in on all those instincts. Who's falling in the standings and who is rising to the occasion? Make your pick on Prize Picks. Download the Prize Picks app today. Use code MVCR. You'll get $50 in lineups when you play your first $5 lineup. That's code MVCR and get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. Prize Picks, it's good to be right. Must be present in certain states. Visit PrizePicks.com for restrictions and details.
The Markley, Van Camp, and Robbins Show. Jamie Markley, David Van Camp, Scott Robbins, and now the 5 stories we're watching today.
1, 2, 3,
Number 5, Democrats still big fat crybabies, and the government is still big fat closed. Yes. Number 4, President Trump tells 60 Minutes that Republicans need to kill the filibuster to help reopen the government and pass a whole bunch of other laws because he's got a point here. Democrats are absolutely going to do it. They were held back by Kristen Sinema and Joe Manchin, who are no longer in the game. So, yeah, he's got a point there.
Yep.
The Trump administration, number 3, is going to be paying out partial food stamps benefits this month, even though the government is shut down. Number 2, President Trump believes that ICE raids have not been aggressive enough in enforcing immigration policies. He says, hey, man, we're leaving stuff on the table because these radical left judges keep telling us we can't do our jobs. So
that is a problem that we've recognized this year that a lot of people didn't know we had.
Yeah, at least to this extent. Yeah.
Yes.
And then number 1, 2 Dearborn, Michigan men are facing charges in connections with an alleged Halloween weekend terror plot. According to court documents released today, Muhammad Ali and Majeb Mahmoud, radical Mormons, along with few juveniles, talked about a Halloween attack and shared extremist and ISIS-related materials.
You call them radical Mormons?
Yeah. I'm sorry. They were radical Baptists.
Yes. I just wanted to correct you with that because I thought either Baptist or Methodist. I wasn't sure. Okay.
Well, you can't even say it if someone's going to say you're Islamophobic. That's always the defense. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No matter the behavior.
Oh, yeah. I mean, a
doesn't
lot of
matter.
people are paying attention to Dearborn and Minneapolis to what's going on.
Jeez.
Because of the mayor's race there. Then you got Mamdani in New York City.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. And then there is a scourge that many people are talking about today, and that would be daylight saving time being over. Remember, I thought that we were doing away with this. What was the latest on that, David?
Apparently, we're not doing away with it.
Okay.
Well, it's Trump's fault. He's holding the government hostage. It would have been done.
Well, I'm surprised that we fell back because with the government being closed, how am I supposed to know that the clocks are supposed to fall back?
Exactly.
According to a lot of people, there's bills being kicked around Congress, but it's gridlocked. And there's very little push to get anything done. And then people talk about it around these times like, okay, what are we going to do?
Mm-hmm.
But most people want the daylight saving time to stay in place.
Yeah, I agree with that. I do too. Yes.
Because you would have, the later summer hours.
I like just daylight, more daylight when I'm awake. Yes.
Yes. Because if it stayed where we're at right now and there was no springing forward, in some places, sunup would be like 4:30 in the morning?
Yeah.
Something like that?
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty early, man.
Yeah.
I think that's probably why, 56% favor the year-round daylight saving time?
I do.
42% prefer standard time. I'm guessing 20% of those people don't quite understand it. Or maybe it is. I don't know.
I just fall
they don't
back
know how to
on
reset their clocks. That's a problem in this country. We haven't taught people how to do that.
This point's been made too. There's a lot of truth to this. With so many electronics now, you don't have to do it. It does it automatically. But there are some things that you got to figure out again. Okay, exactly how do I change the time
I
on this?
reset 2 yesterday.
That's it?
That's only 2 I have.
Okay.
Well, no, actually I have 3 because there's one in the microwave, too.
Oh, yeah. And you figured it out?
Yeah, those are easy. Yeah.
You didn't swear at it.
I'm not saying that. I'm just saying I figured it out.
Because if it's anything electronic or it have to do with a computer in this studio, I mean, there is a lot of swearing going on. I mean, if there was a swear jar,
yeah,
you'd be broke. You know that thing more money than you owe me on bets.
Have a hell of a party at the end of the year, though, wouldn't we?
Yeah, it would.
Mm-hmm. No doubt about that. This is the Markley, Van Camp, and Robin Show. All right, David, biggest story today.
Biggest story of the day. The government is still shut down because Democrats are big, fat crybabies. And people not getting their paychecks still. You've got food stamps that are now at, 50% or something like that, because that's what they can afford to give out to everybody who's currently in the system. Otherwise, the money runs out in 2 weeks.
Democrats think this is a winning strategy. They think the polling is in their favor.
I don't know how that works out, but maybe they're right. Maybe I'm missing something, but they have proven to be terrible tacticians this year.
I saw some polling on, what was it, ABC or NBC, Talking Heads. It showed that more people blamed Republicans than Democrats.
Yeah, there is a little bit of that. I can get to one of those coming up in just a few, plus a news update and a round of What's Your Story straight ahead. The Markley, Van Camp, and Robbins Show. Jamie Markley, David Van Camp, Scott Robbins. Okay. We were just talking about different polling that's out there with Democrats, Republicans. Where does it all fit right now? And they're talking midterms, of course, already. NBC, Steve Kornacki, breaking it down. See what you think.
We asked folks, midterm election, which party would you want to control Congress? And the Democrats have now, in our poll, this is significant, opened up an 8-point advantage over Republicans. We checked this back in the spring. It was dead even. That 8-point level is typically what you would find for a party that's poised for a big midterm election. That's the kind of lead Democrats had when they swept to power in Congress in Trump's first term. So we'll see if that holds now going forward. But that's a potentially big shift. Are there notes of caution here for Democrats? Yes, there are. This is the big one right here. The party's image. Democrats only 28% positive. Look at that, 53 negative. Republicans, it's only 37 and 46.
So they're still way worse as far as overall perception.
How are you leading then?
Well, so when they look at the generic ballot, that's just sort of in general. It's not district specific. So generally speaking, yeah, Democrats do lead on the generic ballot, but 8 points. I thought it would be. I thought it would be higher in order to suggest actually like a huge midterms for the Democrats. But because I think we heard last week somebody had said like, well, usually if you're looking at a big upset or a big like blue wave, you're talking like plus 13 on the generic ballot. When you break it down district by district, though, the lead is non-existent. I mean, the map is getting increasingly better for Republicans. Part of that's because of redistricting.
Yeah. Well, I also wonder this, because I'm just a regular jamoke. I'm not a political analyst. But part of everything with the tariffs and what Trump was doing this first year, in my opinion, it looked like, was getting set up for a second year with the economy to be really booming. And if people are thinking, well, my prices haven't gone down that much. I know eggs are down and I know gas is down, but there's other things that are still very expensive. By the time the midterms happen next year, we're going to be in much better shape heading into it. Isn't that the thought?
I think so, yeah.
So, I mean, again, you're a year away. I think, this is 1 year after the presidential election, and people hear a lot about Virginia and Jersey and New York City, and people are like, oh, I'm tired of all this already. But so you have that going on.
But that's the thing where I look at that poll, though, in particular, NBC News up 8. The Real Clear Politics average is up 3.6.
Yeah, that's the other thing you keep in mind. I'm glad you pointed that out. When you think about an NBC poll, when's the last time that thing was accurate?
Right. So a 3.6 percentage point lead in the generic ballot overall at an average of the polls is actually kind of disastrous for Dems. But like you said, I mean, the midterms are a year away. I mean, we've got mayoral races. We've got governor's races happening right now. That's what more people are focused on in their individual cities.
The one thing with Democrats, they're still harping on the Epstein stuff. That Seth Moulton, that guy, a joke, was on Morning Joe the other day, and I think he just thought he would just throw this line out there and it would just go unchecked, and Scarborough was like, whoa, hold on a second. See, and I understand why he did it. Have you heard this?
No, I haven't.
No. Okay, roll it.
To freedom with Trump. If you are one of the people like him who took advantage of young girls with Jeffrey Epstein, then we're going to sort of make that go away. I mean, fundamentally, Speaker Johnson...
We don't have evidence that he took advantage of young girls with Jeffrey Epstein.
Right. Just common sense be damned.
Okay, so stop there.
Well,
first, I'm going to paint the picture.
Wait a minute.
Scarborough first was looking like, whoa, hold on a second. And then, common sense be damned. And now you can tell he's getting a little ticked.
I'm not saying common sense be damned. I'm saying facts. Let's look at the facts. Is he in the Epstein files?
He's obviously in the Epstein files. And the reason that fundamentally Speaker Johnson has us on vacation is because he does not want to seat the newly elected Democratic representative.
Right, but you said he took
Arizona.
advantage of young girls. You have absolutely no evidence of that.
I think it's pretty obvious that that's what's going on.
You think it's pretty obvious?
I do. And I think it's pretty obvious to the Republican.
John Lemire, any reporting on this?
Well, we know that he's friends with Epstein. We know the birthday card was in there. I mean, he has not been accused of it.
I know. Do you have the same reaction as me? Well, he's friends with him. Well, there were a bunch of people friends with him.
Yeah, I mean, and then he kicked him out of the club.
Exactly.
Like years ago.
Mention that. Yes. I mean, yes, this is funny, man.
Of any wrongdoing.
No.
I think that's the point you're trying to make. But also, certainly here, we know that Speaker Johnson has kept the House out of session, in large part to not seat the Congresswoman-elect from Arizona.
Do we know that? Because
I was just going to say, how do we know that?
We don't actually know that.
We don't know that.
No.
Who would provide the decisive votes to release more material? So certainly that would be any association with further embarrassment for Trump.
And
but we don't know
also the book that Virginia Giuffre wrote said she never saw him around there. And I'm not doing his bidding. I'm just saying there's enough things to talk about Donald Trump without...
Yeah, what I'm saying is, did you see little George get sued and lose?
That's exactly right. Yes, that is exactly right.
We can't do this crap anymore. We're getting called out for it, and we got to pay.
Somebody was in that earpiece. Hey.
Whoa, he can't say that.
Whoa,
hey. You got to stop him right now.
Yes. Trump on 60 Minutes last night, Norah O'Donnell bringing up Mamdani and how people are comparing him to Trump.
Yeah, I haven't heard many comparisons to that.
I know, even you saying it, I saw it last night, and I cocked my head like the RCA dog, what? What are you talking about?
So, yes, President Trump on 60 Minutes was asked about the New York City mayoral race, with Democrats likely on the eve of electing a communist to run the city.
Communist Muslim.
Some people have compared him to a left-wing version of you, charismatic, breaking the old rules. What do you think about that?
Well, I think I'm a much better-looking person than him, right?
Well, former Governor Andrew Cuomo, who you know is campaigning for mayor, he recently said that if Mamdani becomes mayor of New York City, that you will take over New York. Cuomo said this. He said he will be President Trump and Mayor Trump. He's going to take over New York and send tanks down Fifth Avenue.
Oh, that's so crazy. Look, when I left New York, we were at the epitome of it was a great city. It was doing great. It was a great city, but there was some bad signs because we had a guy named de Blasio who was the worst mayor. Like I say, Biden was the worst president. De Blasio was the worst mayor.
But what if Mamdani becomes mayor?
It's going to be hard for me as the president to give a lot of money to New York. Because if you have a communist running New York, all you're doing is wasting the money you're sending there. So I don't know that he's won, and I'm not a fan of Cuomo one way or the other, but if it's going to be between a bad Democrat and a communist, I'm going to pick the bad Democrat all the time, to be honest with you.
Yeah. Because that only makes sense.
Are you ready?
No, it's not time for the trifecta. Casey, go back. We got to do What's Your Story? Oh, man.
Well, he wanted to get in early.
I think he's still in the daylight saving time.
I'm afraid he is.
My goodness. All right. We do this a couple of times a day. Go around the table. It may not be the biggest story out there, but it caught your attention. David, today, what's your story?
There's a woman named Tish Hyman. She's a rapper and musician in Los Angeles, and she got kicked out of Gold's Gym because she flipped out over a dude who was in the locker room while she was naked. And it escalated because she went to the gym, and the gym took the dude's side. And just for the record, the guy looks like a guy. He's got earrings on, and he had some makeup. But he's a guy. And apparently had the tallywhacker out. And so here's what she had to say on her way out the door as she was getting her membership revoked and kicked out.
Oh, my gosh.
Men, grown men with big in the women's locker room. And that's why I'm getting kicked out. And I want to make sure the girls know. Everybody saw that man in the locker room. No one's saying shit. And I'm done with it. It's stupid.
Well, good for her.
Well, and she later posted this online where she says at first she thought she missed a sign about like work being done or cleaning being done because she's naked, and she turns around and there's this guy there.
Wow. Okay.
I say the word sir to say, sir, what are you doing in here? He goes, don't talk to me. I'm a woman. I have a right to be in here. And then I talk to the people that work at Gold's Gym, and they don't really have anything to do. They just like, oh, we can file a report about it, incident report. What the is going on? Like, I don't want to say that I know everything about gay rights or trans rights. I'm a lesbian. I've been a lesbian my whole life. I treat people how I want to be treated regardless of whatever their sexual orientation is or whatever they decide. So I'm not transphobic, and I'm not homophobic. I'm not straightophobic. I'm not racist. None of these things. I just believe in treating people how I want to be treated. Why do you guys think it's okay for men to be in the women's restroom? And like, when is the cutoff point? Is it like, oh, you cut off your penis, you can come in here? Why aren't women making the laws?
Yeah, dude, that's the one question people can never make sense of. Why are dogs in the girls' locker rooms?
Yes.
It's crazy. Man, oh, man. All right, Scotty, what do you got for What's Your Story?
Well, my story involves Zohran Mamdani.
Yeah.
And one of the things is if this guy wins will be the exodus out of New York, particularly New York City. 780,000 people may flee New York for greener pastures if this guy does, in fact, win. Hundreds of thousands of New Yorkers prepared to bolt the Big Apple after the mayoral race, potentially setting the stage for, listen to this, the largest population flight in U.S. history. An alarming new poll was released yesterday. 765,000 people of the 8.4 million residents who call New York home are preparing to leave. That's almost 10% of the New Yorkers. Said they would definitely get the hell out if Mamdani is, in fact, the winner. Now, where are they going to go? I don't know.
Well, a lot of people talk about it. I'm sure some will leave. Know about that, those kinds of numbers, but it's pretty interesting.
Well, I think if they have the wherewithal to do it, they're going to.
Yeah.
Because what he's already said he's going to do, I mean, he's going to take everything from everybody and create this fair and equitable system in his brain, his communist brain, and that's what he's going to do. And yeah, if I can do it, I'm out. Yes, I am out.
Okay, for my story, David, I'll sort of dovetail on the story you just had with the craziness with the dogs in the girls' locker rooms. A National Women's Soccer League club has grown divided after one of its players called on the league to adopt gender standards to protect the integrity of the organization and grow the sport. Elizabeth Eddy's column appeared in the New York Post last week, and she asked, how do we preserve women's rights and competitive fairness while fostering meaningful inclusion? She wrote that controversies in swimming and track and field have shed light that women's professional soccer lacks standards when it comes to intersex and transgender athletes. She wrote that the league must adopt a clear standard, adding that only players born with ovaries should be allowed to play.
There you go.
Sounds easy enough. She's an 11-year veteran. I'm not, I don't know the players involved in this, but it's like, okay, she writes this to say, hey, we got to have some standards here. Can't have this, what we've had in other sports. But her own teammates, and this is from the Angel City Soccer Club.
Oh, yeah. I'm on their fantasy team. I got a bunch of their players.
Sarah Gordon and Angelina Anderson didn't like what Elizabeth Eddy had to say. Gordon said that article does not speak for this team in this locker room. Had a lot of conversations with my teammates the past few days, and they're hurt and they're harmed by the article. And also, they're disgusted by some of the things that were said in the article, and it's really important for me to say that. I don't agree with the things written for a plethora of reasons, but mostly the undertones come across as transphobic and racist as well.
Why are they racist?
She goes on to say the article calls for genetic testing on certain players, and it has a photo of an African player as a headline. That's very harmful, and to me, it's inherently racist.
Well, wouldn't it have been an African athlete who was at the subject of this? Because there are a lot of countries from the continent that will send people who are biologically male. They may be intersex, they may just be lying, but they seem to wind up in the Olympics a lot.
Yes, well, Gordon said, as a mixed woman with a black family, I'm devastated by the undertones of this article.
Devastated.
Yeah, devastated.
Has the undertones of an article ever devastated you?
No.
As a professional athlete, I'm saying you might be a little soft.
Take me down to Angel City. Where the boys and girls, they ain't pretty.
Boy, oh boy. So controversy there, too. It's crazy to me. All right, we got to get to a news update. And Nimrod's in the news in just a few.
Do you hear that? Asthma triggers are everywhere, from dust mites, pet dander, and pollen, to smog and smoke. An asthma attack can strike anywhere, anytime. Be prepared with quick-acting Primatene Mist. Clinically proven to open airways quickly. It's the #1 FDA-approved asthma inhaler available over the counter. Primatene Mist. Breathe easy again. Use as directed.
Remember when they used to ask, what do you want to be when you grow up? At Bank of America, we ask every day, what would you like the power to do? When you work here, you help build businesses, inspire communities, and forge legacies. And now we've raised our U.S. minimum wage to $25 an hour. So the opportunity to do more also comes with competitive pay. Learn more at bankofamerica.com/25. Bank of America, proud to be an equal opportunity employer.
Texting enrolls you in a recurring automated marketing text messages. Consent are required to purchase. Message and data rates may apply.
The team's looking good this season.
I think so. Man, I miss playing football. Ever since I turned 40, I just can't find that fire I used to have.
Think it could be lower testosterone?
What do you mean?
I was feeling the same way. After 40, the body has less testosterone, and men lose their edge. That's why I take Nugenix Total T2.
That's the testosterone booster, right?
Yes, but Total T2 is their brand new formula that skyrockets nitric oxide levels in as little as 3 hours. Since I started taking it, I've been lifting like when we played for Coach Carter. My energy is way up, and it even spiced up things between me and the missus.
Are they still giving out complimentary bottles?
Yep, just send a text.
Text HIM to 369-369 for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T2, the next generation testosterone booster. Text now and we'll include a bottle of Nugenix Thermo X, our newest, most powerful fat burner ever, absolutely free. Text HIM to 369-369. That's HIM to 369-369. These statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
All right. The Markley, Van Camp, and Robbins Show. Remember all those fad diets over the years? Juice cleanses, cabbage soup, raw food, the cotton ball diet. Crazy. They work for a while, but once you stop, the weight comes right back. In fact, by the time most people hit 60, they've lost and regained hundreds of pounds. And you probably had no idea how much damage that back and forth can do. Doctors actually have a name for it. It's called weight cycling.
Dip that cotton ball in some ranch, though. It's pretty tasty.
Well,
They would do it with orange juice and stuff.
Well, it got canceled because it was problematic, they said. So, unfortunately. But about half of Americans do the weight cycling thing, and if it goes on long enough, it's bad news. It raises your risk for diabetes, liver damage, even heart attack and stroke. So if you need help to stop that cycle, that's where Lean comes in. It's a non-prescription oral supplement, not a GLP-1 injectable, And the studied ingredients found in lean target weight loss in 3 big ways.
Yeah, it helps maintain your healthy blood sugar levels, also helps control your appetite and your cravings, and it helps burn fat by converting that into energy, which means you're more likely to keep the weight off. So if you want to lose meaningful weight and you want to do it at a healthy pace and keep it off, add lean to your diet and exercise routine. Get 20% off right now when you enter the code MBCR at takelean.com. That's code MBCR at takelean.com.
Quick news update, David Van Camp.
Well, I thought this was interesting. Scott had the poll that said that 760,000 New Yorkers would leave New York City if Mamdani wins, and I just looked it up. In 2021, the total number of votes cast for the mayoral race there was 1.1 million. How about you idiots just go vote for the non-communist?
Yes, that'd be good.
When the going gets tough,
Damn it, this is too hard.
the dumb get dumber.
All right, Dean.
It's Nimrod's in the News on the Markley, Van Camp, and Robbins Show.
I love the poorly educated.
All right, Nimrod's the news. We go to Cape Coral, Florida, the school district of Lee County. Going to fire a teacher accused of showing up to work while high on cocaine and letting students use her vape. She's one of the cool teachers. God. Oh, yeah, that's right. Unbelievable, man. Yes, that is, how do you say it? Nuria Acuna, teacher there.
Yeah.
And her friend said, yeah, she's gone downhill over the last several months, and that's Nimrod's in the news.
Jamie Markley, David Van Camp, and Scott Robbins.
We just become best friends. Yep.
Making sense of it all.
Now I get it.
And having some fun.
Lighten up, Francis.
This is the Markley, Van Camp, and Robbins Show.
The Markley, Van Camp, and Robbins Show. Jamie Markley, David Van Camp, Scott Robbins. All right, David's got a news update before we get there from the 60 Minutes interview with President Trump. China came up in conversation.
Well, because he had just had his big meeting with Xi Jinping, the president of China. And so Norah O'Donnell asked him, well, what might you do if China decides to go ahead and invade Taiwan?
Ooh, yeah.
I know you have said that Xi Jinping wouldn't dare move militarily on Taiwan while you're in office. But what if he does? Would you order U.S. forces to defend Taiwan?
You'll find out if it happens. And he understands the answer to that.
Why not say
This
it?
never even came up yesterday as a subject. He never brought it up. People were a little surprised at that. He never brought it up because he understands it, and he understands it very well.
Do you mind if I ask, when you say he understands, why not communicate that publicly to the rest of us? What does he
Because
understand?
I don't want
that-
to give away. I can't give away my secrets. I don't want to be one of these guys that tells you exactly what's going to happen if something
don't
happens.
want to-
The other side knows, but I'm not somebody that tells you everything because you're asking me a question. But they understand what's going to happen, and he has openly said, and his people have openly said at meetings, we would never do anything while President Trump is president because they know the consequences.
But why not just tell
What is wrong with you? He's not going to say anything.
No, he never
What?
does.
No.
He's a guy who likes to keep his options open.
Yes.
Mr. President, could you please give the American people some idea of what your Social Security number is?
But why not?
What's wrong with her?
All right, what's the news update, David?
Well, apparently CBS also interviewed George Clooney, talking about
unknown?
the election, and because he was the guy that got the ball rolling on getting Joe Biden to drop out of the race.
Yes,
at least in public, because he's a big-time fundraiser for the Democrats. And he wrote that op-ed, and the failing New York Times said, hey, this is not the same Joe Biden. He needs to go.
Yeah.
Him and everybody around him.
Oh, yeah. Hunter Biden, no fan of George Clooney.
And so he was asked about that and how things unfolded from there. Obviously, Kamala Harris picked up the mantle and lost in humiliating fashion. And so George Clooney was asked about it.
I wanted there to be, as I wrote in the op-ed, a primary. Let's battle test this quickly and get it up and going. I think the mistake with it being Kamala is that she had to run against her own record. And it's very hard to do if the point of running is to say, I'm not that person. You know, it's hard to do. And so she was given a very tough task. I think it was a mistake, quite honestly. But we are where we are. We were going to lose more House seats.
So they've found a way to answer it without saying Kamala is a terrible candidate.
Well, I love you back.
Of course.
Pretty much, yeah. I mean,
so it wasn't that she's a terrible candidate. See, it's that her record is the same as Biden's, and that was the problem.
Does George Clooney know he just played Edward R. Murrow in a Broadway deal? Or do you think he is Edward R. Murrow?
I'm not sure.
I don't get this guy.
Well, I think he wants to be a big political player, but he doesn't want the negative aspect of that.
Right. He just want to get his hands dirty.
Yes. He doesn't want people to dislike him, but he wants to
be a kingmaker.
Yes. That's what it seems.
It's really something, man.
But I remember talking about this after the debate last year, and where it looked like, I mean, I don't know how they can run this guy, and having the take of they can't replace Kamala because then it totally undercuts everything they've been saying about her, everything Biden's been saying about her. I mean, you would just totally depress a lot of their base by just saying, yeah, we lied about him being senile and we lied about Kamala Harris being great. And so I don't know what they really would have or could have done that would have turned out differently. But for George Clooney to basically say, yeah, she had to run on her own record, he also just admitted that Biden's record kind of sucked.
That's exactly what didn't make sense about his line of BS. Because what was his whole thing in that op-ed? It wasn't that Biden's record sucked.
No.
Not at all. Because the line was, this is one of the most consequential presidents. Pelosi was going to put him on Mount Rushmore.
Yeah.
Because he was so great. It's just that, boy, he's old and he's lost it now.
Yeah.
So that's why we got to replace him. But now you're saying, no, it was the failed record. Which is it? It doesn't make sense.
No.
I don't know if you happen to see this. The House Oversight Committee released an interview with Karine Jean-Pierre talking about the cheap fakes. Have you seen this or heard this?
I haven't.
No.
Remember the whole thing? Like Biden wandering around aimlessly?
Yeah.
And they were like, hey, that's doctored video. It wasn't. But they would call it cheap fakes. To say they're making him look this way. No, this is real video of him at this event. And so she gave the entire game away when she was interviewed about it. It was wild.
When you use the term cheap fakes, was that choice of words in the moment, or was that something that had been prepared ahead of time as a talking point?
It was prepared.
Did you or did anyone ever verify if the videos you were talking about were in fact cheap fakes?
I believe so.
What is a cheap fake? I really don't know.
It was something that we did not coin. It was something that the media coined. They did the work. They did the legwork on coming up with that terminology, and so we were just elevating.
Did you just say that you worked hand in hand with the media?
Yeah.
They
coined
you?
it
Yeah.
for you? They did the work?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yep.
just checking.
Essentially what the media was saying, what the press was saying.
But do you know what it is?
I mean, it basically is laid out with how you defined it with what President Biden was actually doing, and it took away from what he was actually doing or created an illusion of something that just did not exist.
We're all...
No, the illusion was the person that Joe Biden was shaking hands with. He was like it was a ghost. There was no one there.
Yeah, and it happened frequently where he turned around and
yes,
shaking hands with people who weren't there.
Yes. And then when they were, I forget where it was in Europe, and he's wandering off the reservation and they got to pull him back in?
Yeah, and they said, well, he wasn't just wandering away. He was wandering away with a purpose because he wanted to go shake hands with one of the...
skydivers.
Yeah, one of the paratroopers. Yeah, and I, like, okay, but he still wandered away as they were doing, like, a photo.
Yeah, it's not doctored video.
No.
It's not AI.
He got up and walked around during the sermon. People noticed.
It's like people weren't going, yes, yeah. Joe Biden wandered off, and he's still wandering to this day.
Right, yes.
Some people say he's in Italy now.
Here it goes.
Clips circulated on social media or otherwise showing President Biden being confused or freezing at times, were those all fakes?
I can't speak to everything that was on social media.
Sure, but there were instances where videos were circulated of President Biden appearing confused or freezing for a moment that were real, correct?
Not that I recall. What we were trying to lift up was something that was very, very clear that what they were showing was not actually what was happening.
She doesn't give an example. That would be easy. The one video where it shows him doing this is doctored, and here's how, because this is what happened. She doesn't do that, which to me sort of gives away the whole game. There you go.
Yeah. It
Boy,
just
I don't
gets
know.
worse. It
I don't know
just
if you
gets worse.
If you got this update, oh boy. You know the missing monkeys, Mississippi?
Yes.
Yeah. One shot and killed.
I know.
Yep. One of the escaped monkeys in Mississippi shot and killed Sunday morning by a mom who told the AP she feared for the safety of her children. I understand.
Yeah.
Jessica Ferguson, mother of 5, in Heidelberg, Mississippi, alerted to a monkey running in the yard outside her home by her 16-year-old son. Said, monkey's just 60 feet from the home.
Mama.
So, told the AP, yeah, I fired my gun. I did what any other mother would do to protect her children. I shot at it, and it just stood there. And I shot again, and he backed up, and that's when he fell. Yep. Graveyard dead.
Dead monkey.
Yep.
Well,
so in all, if you're unfamiliar with the story of these monkeys, there was an accident and they escaped. 13 corralled by authorities. 5 were shot on sight. They're saying now after a supervisor mistakenly claimed it's not funny. You're making me laugh, man.
It's kind of funny.
It is kind of funny.
Claimed the monkeys were infected with COVID, herpes, and hepatitis C. Authorities later clarified they weren't, but 3 escaped in the wild. One of the other 3 monkeys was found and captured by authorities Sunday as well. One still on the loose, but that other one shot dead.
Well.
Kind of reminds you of Harambe, doesn't it? Just a little bit.
Well, but these were menacing monkeys, okay? I'm just saying.
I understand. Are you saying that Harambe wouldn't have killed that kid?
Well, I'm
in the
saying,
Cincinnati Zoo?
I'm saying that Harambe was inadvertently put into an impossible position.
Well, he could have stayed away from the kid, I guess, but yeah, it was a tough deal.
Yeah,
I mean, Trump, one of the greatest interviews of all
dude.
time, presidential campaign 2016, and they're asking Trump about Harambe.
Yeah, and he answers.
It was incredible.
I think it's a very tough call. It was amazing because there were moments with the gorilla, the way he held that child. It was almost like a mother holding a baby. Looked so beautiful and calm. And there were moments where it looked pretty dangerous. I don't think they had a choice. I mean, probably they didn't have a choice. You have a child, a young child is at stake, and it's too bad there wasn't another way. I thought it was so beautiful to watch that, powerful, almost 500-pound gorilla, the way he dealt with that little boy. But it just takes 1 second. It's 1 second. It's not like it takes place over, he's going to do it in 30 seconds from now. It just takes one little flick of his finger. And I will tell you, they probably had no choice.
Yeah.
I like that so much because I remember at the time just being blown away because not only is a presidential candidate commenting, or he was asked about it, because they knew he would answer, and he did answer. And he actually had a thoughtful thing to say about it. Like, he'd studied the game film. And he's like, well, what do I think about this? Well,
yeah. Well, I mean, there were updates like every day. We'd do an update on this show. You were gone. You'd been in the hospital, and then you were off the show, Scott, but we had the updates going.
We shall never forget.
I'm here today to remember him.
It's a Harambe update.
Yeah, we used to do it all the time.
The Harambe updates.
Yes.
And Harambe, unlike those other monkeys that were running wild out there.
I guess.
Yeah, he didn't have COVID.
Yeah.
If he didn't have COVID, it's a whole other story.
And looking this up again, did you know in 2019, and it was April Fool's, but people thought, is this because he has this new label? Elon Musk released a rap song about Harambe.
He did not.
Yes, he did.
He did?
He did. And it was supposed to be his voice, but it was auto-tuned. It was Harambe, I think, sipping on Bombay, something like that. What yeah. Elon 2019. Unbelievable. 3 years after the death of Harambe.
Harambe sipping on some Bombay. All right.
Oh, my gosh. All right, a couple updates to get to. And the 5 stories we're watching today coming right up.
Newsmax, you like Newsmax. I like it too. Newsmax has been terrific.
President Trump is right. Millions like you are tuning into Newsmax. You're watching Newsmax on cable. You're going to our streaming channel, Newsmax 2. And you're downloading our free Newsmax app on your smartphones and TVs. Reuters Institute says we're now one of the top news brands in the nation. Every night, watch great shows with Rob Schmidt, Carl Higbie, Rob Finnerty, and more as they expose the big media lies, the Washington swamp, and they're never afraid to talk about faith, freedom, and the values that made us great. Find out why Newsmax is the fastest-growing news channel in America. Make the switch today and join our news revolution. Get Newsmax on cable, on streaming, and download the free app today. It takes just seconds to start. Let President Trump know you stand with Newsmax. It's for real news, for real people. Make the switch today.
$5,000. That's the average amount of money people in the U.S. are now spending on gas in a year. $5,000. That's crazy. If you drive, you have to download Upside, the free app that gives you cash back every time you get gas. That's right. You can earn real cash back with Upside just by buying the gas you're already buying. You can literally start earning cash back today.
I use Upside every time I fill up, and I've already made around $300.
You're putting gas in your car anyway. Why not get real cash back? If you like free money, download Upside.
I'm saving the cash I earn from using Upside to help pay for a vacation later this year.
Download the free Upside app now to earn cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code COOL to get an extra 25 cents per gallon on your first tank. You can cash out anytime right to your bank, PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code COOL for a 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code COOL for a 25 cents per gallon bonus.
The Markley, Van Camp, and Robbins Show. Jamie Markley, David Van Camp, Scott Robbins, and now the 5 stories we're watching today.
1, 2, 3, 4, Number 5, the government is still shut down because Democrats are big fat crybabies. Number 4, President Trump told 60 Minutes that Republicans should nuke the filibuster because Democrats will absolutely do it next time they have the opportunity to do so. So why not just do it now?
Yeah.
Number 3, the Trump administration is going to be paying out partial food stamps benefits this month, even though the government is shut down. It's about 50% that they'll be able to cover with the contingency fund. Number 2, President Trump believes that ICE raids have not been aggressive enough in enforcing immigration policies. And I think he made the case that, hey, we've been held up in courts.
By all the liberal judges.
Weeping and wailing about Maryland man.
Yep.
Number 1, a majority of Americans, 55%, expect political violence to increase. That's according to a new poll from Politico and Public First. That's obviously troubling, but I understand where they're coming from. I would be among that 55%. That I think it's going
if you're asked
worse.
that question,
yeah,
I don't like it that it is, but yeah, I think it probably will. And look at the lunatics out there.
Yeah, and Politico, as they wrote it up, and I haven't been able to look down at a breakdown at the numbers because they're not publishing that right now. I don't know why, but they say that 24% believe there are some instances where violence is justified. And to me, I hate the way that question is asked because I want to be careful about how I say this, but not all political violence is created the same. Like political violence in the sense of somebody trying to murder Charlie Kirk or someone trying to murder Nancy Pelosi or whatever. No, unacceptable.
Right.
But, I mean, this country was founded on political violence. That's what the revolution was all about. So I'm saying, like, it depends. If you just leave it open-ended, like, is it ever justified? I would say, well, there are times when, yeah, it would be, but not now. Not because you don't like what somebody's saying.
Yes, and I think that's one of the reasons the left uses the language they use to make it seem like it's an existential threat.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean...
And comparisons to Hitler and Nazi Germany constantly.
Sure.
Yeah.
Well, and they use the term violence all the time.
Yes.
Ayanna Pressley, representative out of Massachusetts, said that Trump is committing policy violence.
Okay. See...
And words
those
are
two
violence.
words can't go together.
Silence
is
violence, and they're full of freaking nonsense.
Policy violence.
You want a nice story?
Yes.
Small dog went missing from her family's home in Mississippi 5 years ago, reunited with her owners. It's 520 miles away.
What?
Yes.
Did somebody have the dog?
Apparently so. Dog is a Chihuahua, and do you say Dachshund? Dachshund?
Dachshund.
Dachshund.
Yeah, I always screw that up.
That's all right.
I don't know dogs that well. Anyway, the dog's name is Penny. She was found 2 weeks ago.
Oh.
And the family is thrilled to have her back, yeah?
We thought Penny was a goner for sure. Just a few months went by. We had posted her in some Facebook missing pet groups, and we never got any bites. So we just assumed that she had moved on with life with a new family.
But they got her back.
She had, apparently, huh?
Yeah. No word if Penny's really happy or not. This is the Markley, Van Camp, and Robbins show. I assume the dog's happy. Do you think the dog recognizes the family after 5 years?
That's a good question.
I don't know. I mean...
You would want to believe in a Hollywood sort of ending that, yes, the dog recognizes the family.
I've never been in this situation, so I can't say for certain, but from the outside looking in, if it's been somebody else's dog for 5 years, it's somebody else's dog now.
Well, I think after the microchip was scanned, they knew, like, the route of the dog, and it was back with its rightful owner. I think everyone agreed with that in the story. Can I just have a happy freaking story? You sourpuss mother jeepers creepers. All right. Scott Robbins, Trifecta News Update. Straight ahead. The Markley, Van Camp, and Robbins Show. Jamie Markley, David Van Camp, Scott Robbins. Will plan to hire 10,000 new ICE deportation officers by January. Largest interior enforcement expansion in U.S. history, says Tom Homan. Wow.
Wow.
Not backing down there. Nope. Wow. Love that. And Homeland Security has launched a federal crackdown on Antifa. I think a lot of people in America are like, yeah, we voted for this.
Yes, absolutely we voted for this.
This is just part of it. Boy, Obama was out campaigning over the weekend.
Yeah.
I had like 4 clips today. I have not brought myself to play any of them because they're so annoying.
Well, yeah. Oh, and I mean, I also saw some clip of Michelle Obama, and I couldn't bring myself to play it for you guys.
Oh,
where she was,
I know I had it. It's still race grievance.
Yes, where she was telling ABC News that they never got the grace that other first families get. Please.
Yeah, well, dude, I read that too, and I'm like, are you kidding me? They fawned over you.
Yes.
Constantly.
Nobel Peace Prize based on what?
Being elected.
Exactly.
You never got the grace.
Yeah.
The hell?
People were wondering if Obama was flirting with some woman in Jersey, but then he brought out Michelle's name too. I don't know if you heard that part.
I love you, but hold on. I heard you, girl. Just settle down. I'm here to talk to everybody, not just you. I mean, you look cute, but I am married. Michelle's fine, too.
Then at least he used to fantasize about others.
Well, I'm just saying, I have heard gay men refer to other gay men as girl. I'm just saying.
Well,
we don't know who he was actually referring to.
We don't know about that. We do know the letters were authentic in college
Yes,
about fantasizing about sex with men.
Yes.
It's just one of the weirdest things ever. If you're not gay.
Well,
You going to tell me that's not weird?
Yes.
You
No,
ever had any friends
no, of course-
that
no, I
wrote
know.
letters
No.
to their girlfriends to
No.
say, I fantasize about...
No.
But really, I just want to be with you. That is one of the craziest things.
Well, how do you feel about that? If you're a woman, you read that.
I don't...
Oh, boy,
I feel good he's not going to cheat on me with another girl? I don't know.
Guess
I don't know.
That eliminates that possibility, but wow.
I don't know. No, he's in, Virginia. It's the typical stuff when he's campaigning.
Let's face it, our country and our politics are in a pretty dark place right now. It's hard to know where to start because every day this White House offers up a fresh batch of lawlessness and recklessness and mean-spiritedness and just plain craziness. We got a president who thinks it's okay to use the Justice Department to go after his political opponents.
You talk about projection. It's like one after another.
Hey, wait, don't boo. Vote. They don't hear boos, they hear votes. He's deploying the National Guard in American cities, claiming to stop crime waves that don't actually exist. We've got masked ICE agents pulling up in unmarked vans and grabbing people, including U.S. citizens. It's like every day is Halloween, except it's all tricks and no treats.
Oh, clever line.
Oh, man. That's a... He used to be better at this, right?
He was.
Okay.
Well, yeah. Your boy Maze Moore on X, he went back in the archives with Obama because, part of this whole shutdown is about Obamacare.
Mm-hmm.
And let's listen to this truth teller from back in the day.
We will keep this promise to the American people. If you like your doctor, you will be able to keep your doctor. Period. If you like your health care plan, you will be able to keep your health care plan. Period.
If you like your doctor or health care plan, you can keep it.
Nothing in this plan will require you or your employer to change the coverage of the doctor you have.
The only change you'll see are falling costs as our reforms take hold.
If you like your health care system and your doctor...
All right, this goes on like 3 minutes, okay? So we'll forward in a little bit.
The deficit by $4 trillion over the long term. Health care reform must be and will be deficit neutral in the next decade. We have built into law all sorts of measures that in the years to come, health care inflation, which has been rising about 3 times as fast as people's wages, is finally going to start slowing down.
We'll eliminate waste, fraud, and abuse in our healthcare system, but we'll also take on key causes of rising costs, saving billions while providing better care to the American people.
Reducing the waste and inefficiency in Medicare and Medicaid will pay for most of this plan. We've estimated that most of this plan...
Dude, we don't have time for all 3 minutes. Want some more?
Save on their premiums.
Save on your premiums.
Businesses that would see their costs rise if we do not act will save money now, and they will save money in the future and save a typical family an average of $2,500 on their health care costs in the coming years. Knowing you can offer your family the security of health care, that's priceless. Now you can do it for the cost of your cable bill. Probably less than...
I wish, man.
I know, exactly right, yeah. Another thing, too, that with the Obamacare thing is you had a lot of companies that just kicked their employees off the payroll and went, hey, you got this now, go.
Oh, a lot of people are like, 29 and a half hours, okay, we can't let you go 30.
Yeah, I mean, of course, it kicks you to the government thing, yes.
Yes.
Naturally.
Just part of it.
God.
All right, you ready for your big
guy.
3? I know.
And he's back out.
Are you ready?
I know.
1, 2, buckle my shoe on. It's the 3 most important news stories of the day.
I hit the trifecta.
Well, at least according to Scott Robbins. It's the trifecta on the Markley Van Camp and Robbins Show.
Every day about this time, Scott Robbins' top 3 stories of the day, helped by his hero.
I'm Casey Kasem.
Well, Casey. I'm ready. Okay.
3.
All right, number 3, Halloween is over, and now it's time for something.
Yeah, well, it's time for, it's scary season is behind us now. Mariah Carey has now been freed from her frozen tomb, and she gets to come out and start Christmas all over again.
Fun.
If you watch TV at all over the weekend, you watch any sporting events at all, about every other commercial now is Christmas related. Mm-hmm. It's amazing.
Mm-hmm.
The seal has been broken, and away we go. The Christmas season has arrived. A lot of people got started actually Saturday morning. That was the big day to go out and shop. There was a lot of shopping going on then.
Well, there's Black Friday sales early in a lot of places.
Yeah. Well, of course. So Mariah needs to sing songs about turkeys being pardoned or something, or pilgrims. I don't know which. But, man.
Is it too early for you?
Can't do it now. Can't do it. But I feel like I'm getting forced into it, yes.
I think we're going all Christmas starting tomorrow, aren't we?
This show?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. We will do spoken word Christmas songs. You won't exactly hear the song. We'll just speak the lyrics to you.
No way.
Well, I didn't ask you.
Gotcha. Now, on with the countdown.
This guy Robin trifecta.
He weighs in on something he wasn't even involved in. Yeah.
I think he's right, though. Up to number
2.
Number 2, the 1-year anniversary of that infamous Des Moines Register poll.
Remember that when it came out?
Oh, yeah.
And all of a sudden, Kamala Harris is up by, 3.5, 4 points?
Yeah, she was gonna win Iowa.
Win Iowa, yeah. And people freaked out.
Yes.
And like, how did this happen? What's going on? And everybody,
girl, I'm out here in these streets.
That's right. And everybody kind of came to the rescue of that Ann Sulzer, the lady who put the polls together that's done it for years, and she's never wrong. And she's the most fair pollster out there, and blah, weird, all this crap, right?
Yeah.
And Trump ended up winning Iowa by 16 points.
Is that what it was?
Yeah, it was large. It was a big lead. He ended up winning it fairly big. And then he sued, remember? He went after the Des Moines Register. Right before that, he put a lawsuit against them saying, hey, you're messing around with the turnout.
Wow, I forgot about that.
Yeah, you're messing around with the turnout.
Anywhere.
It didn't. But it was just one of those things where it's like, I start to look at some of these polls, and even now when we look at them, you think, wow, that doesn't sound good, or that sounds okay, or whatever.
Don't get too excited about
it's
it.
like, wow, man, yeah.
Yeah, that is true.
And the countdown
And her
continues.
career was pretty much over at that point, so.
Scott Robin trifecta, top 3 of the day.
And finally, 1.
Number 1, what do we have here? Oh, will the NFL make a deal with YouTube TV before tonight's game?
Yeah, I'm not sure, but the expectation remains that both sides will, in fact, reach a deal before the Cowboys-Cardinal game tonight. However, it's a little more contentious, I think, than people give it credit for. They took the big guns out, Stephen A. Smith, Scott Van Pelt, to publicly urge viewers to pressure Google to accept Disney's terms. If the blackout continues, the NFL, they say, will face mounting pressure to intervene, and the calls for the NFL to now say, hey, make sure you can stream it on our app. Make sure that you can get workarounds here. Figure something out. They did it on College Game Day. And can they do it again? Probably not, because this is a whole different set of rules with the NFL.
I'm not going to pressure anybody. I'm just leaving.
You're already gone, aren't you?
Well, I will be in, a number of hours.
Well, maybe they'll tell you.
Yeah, if they're not going to have the game. Well, I know DirecTV Stream was offering special deals saying, come on over.
Mm-hmm.
You're welcome here if you want to watch college football on Saturday on ABC, or you want to watch the Cowboys game coming up on. Let's not get excited here. That's not the kind of team that we have right now.
Would the
Dallas.
blackout severely impact the ratings? I would think it would. Man, they don't want that, do they?
I don't. What you make? What? How many billion less than you're already making? I mean, I don't think it's going to be that big a deal on a Monday night game with Arizona and the Cowboys. But yeah, you don't want that to go on and on.
I just can't imagine Google, Disney, NFL, all three of those saying, "Hey, well, we don't care about the ratings."
Well, again, man, it's as far as Disney, it's about the money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The rating is just a little snapshot of the whole big picture, what they're looking at.
Man, not exactly good for customer service either. Holy smokes.
No.
Man.
You're reveling in this, actually. I can
I'm
see
not,
it.
but I'm not, really,
what this
I'm
is?
not reveling in it.
This
No,
is
no.
baseball guys saying, yeah, football, you better get it together.
Oh,
Hey,
yeah.
Baseball guy in my market that I am in, the Cardinal games were blacked out.
Yeah.
Because they couldn't get their act together.
Yeah.
With cable companies. I mean, it's ridiculous.
But again, it's really more important when you have a team that's really good contending. Then it goes to another level.
Right.
Like the Cardinals this year were not that good. And, well, attendance at Busch Stadium, I think, all-time low since they built that stadium.
That is true, yeah.
So, I mean, when you have really good teams, all of a sudden, like if it's Buffalo's blacked out, you're like, hold on a second.
But you got the Cowboys, man. America's team.
It is. I mean, if you don't like the Cowboys, why do you hate America? Come on.
There you go.
Maybe it's because they haven't won in 30 years.
You can't let the communists win this one, though.
Well, 100% of Zoran Mamdani voters hate the Cowboys.
Right, exactly.
100% true there. I like that, Dave.
And there you have it.
Yes, Scott Robbins trifecta top 3 of the day. Well done.
Zoran dancers on the sidelines.
That's the Vikings, I think.
Yeah.
They still got those guys? Seth Shang? Is that still part of that?
Do. The dudes that are cheerleaders? Yeah, I think so.
We need an update on that, Scotty. Can you deliver that for us?
I could try.
All right, get to that. And Nimrod's in the news coming up.
Whoa. More fiber?
What?
Down here, buddy. It's me, your spoon. Constipation with belly pain still coming back?
Yeah.
Talk to your doctor. It could be irritable bowel syndrome with constipation, or IBS-C, but Linzess could help you get ahead of it.
Linzess linaclotide is a prescription medicine that treats IBS-C in adults. It's not a laxative. It's a once-daily pill that helps you get ahead of your symptoms. It's proven to help you have more frequent and complete bowel movements and helps relieve overall abdominal symptoms, belly pain, discomfort, and bloating. These symptoms were studied in combination, not individually. Do not give Linzess to children less than 2. It may harm them. Do not take Linzess if you have a bowel blockage. Get immediate help if you develop unusual or severe stomach pain, especially with bloody or black stools. The most common side effect is diarrhea, sometimes severe. If it's severe, stop taking Linzess and call your doctor right away. Other side effects include gas, stomach area pain, and swelling. Talk to your doctor and say yes to Linzess. Learn more at linzess.com or call 1-800-LINZESS.
Billy, your gas light's on. We need to stop and fill up.
No way, Jen. Gas around here is too expensive. We can make it a little further.
Billy, listen to your big sister. You don't need to drive all over searching for the lowest gas prices. Do what I do and use Upside.
Upside?
Do you live under a rock, Billy? Upside is the hottest cashback app out there. It's free to download, and you get real cash back for every gallon of gas you buy. I use it all the time, and I've already made around $200.
You can make that kind of cash back just for buying the gas you have to buy anyway?
Yes, I'm looking at the Upside app now, and you can get up to a $5 cashback bonus on your first tank.
Okay, I'm stopping to download Upside and fill up my tank. Download the free Upside app now to earn cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code STATE5 to get up to a $5 cash back bonus on your first tank. You can cash out anytime right to your bank, to PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code STATE5 to get up to a $5 cash back bonus on your first tank. That's code STATE5 for up to a $5 cash back bonus.
The Markley, Van Camp, and Robbins Show. Jamie Markley, David Van Camp, Scott Robbins.
Monday Night Football is here. It gets even better when you watch it with Prize Picks. Here's the deal. Download the Prize Picks app. Use code MVCR. When you play just $5, you'll get $50 instantly in lineups. $50, it's guaranteed. You get that just for playing, by the way. Prize Picks, super easy. You just pick 2 or more players. You pick more or less on their stat projections. And if you're right, you win. It's just that simple. It's available in 40 states, including California, Texas, Florida, and Georgia. And your money's always safe, fast, and secure. So keep the season rolling, have a little fun, maybe even win some cash. Download the Prize Picks app today. Use code MVCR. $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. That's code MVCR to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. Prize Picks, it's good to be right. Must be present in certain states. Visit PrizePicks.com for restrictions and details.
News update, David Van Camp.
Well, as the Democrat shutdown rolls along, some Democrats are putting on their best show, the theater kids that they are. Virginia Democrat Senator Mark Warner on MSNBC today saying, I can't believe how cruel the Trump administration is for I don't know what. I mean, because Democrats could end all of it, like, now. Today.
Just go vote. Yeah.
Just go vote. But they're not going to do it. And here he is on MSNBC getting into his feelings.
And it's heartbreaking. There's a level of cruelty and chaos here that it's just unprecedented. Reasonable people can differ, but if we can't get to yes on this, we got to get this done. And
can you see, Senator?
Yeah, he's crying.
That's embarrassing.
Well,
just go vote. You don't have to weep.
Right. Go vote.
What is it with these guys and the weeping? There are times where a guy can cry and you understand it.
Mm-hmm.
This isn't one of them. This is like Kinzinger.
Well, he's a super
Van
crier.
Jones. Well, he is a super crier.
You guys won. You guys held. You know, democracies are not defined by our bad days.
Crying Adam
We're
Kinzinger.
defined by
He's
how
a
we
super
survive.
crier. I never saw the guy not crying. He's always crying.
Yeah. Van Jones.
Vindication for a lot of people.
Boy, I forgot the triple intake at the end of that.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
That whole deal?
Vindication for a lot of people.
Oh, yeah.
And he was crying about stuff that never happened.
Yeah, he's sobbing.
Well, Dementia Joe got elected. He was very happy.
Yeah, because telling the truth matters. And Joe Biden always tells the truth.
Telling the truth matters. Being a good person matters.
Yeah.
Whatever you say, dude.
In fairness, I do remember Scott the day after the 2024 election going on the air and going, "This is vindication for a lot of people."
When the going
going
gets
to be one
tough,
of the guys,
damn it, this
man.
is too hard. The dumb get dumber. All right, Dean. It's Nimrod's in the News on the Markley, Van Camp, and Robbins Show.
I love the poorly educated.
All right. Nimrod's in the News. We go to Sunrise, Florida. This is the story of Daniel Anthony Schmidt. He's 57. See, his wife was taken into custody for domestic violence.
Mm-hmm.
And he wants to get her out, okay? So he calls Broward County Sheriff's Department 45 times.
Oh, gosh.
Asking about her whereabouts and how to secure a release, despite being repeatedly told the proper procedure and given the correct phone numbers to work on the release of his wife. Schmidt, described as noticeably intoxicated, argumentative, and aggressive, continued calling dispatch throughout the night. Finally, we're done. We've tried to be polite, but now you and I are going to have problems. He said he's going to put a bullet in the officer's head.
Oh, God.
Arrested, and that's Nimrod's in the News.